Hey guys, welcome to Portsmouth. The house you see behind me is famously known as the John Paul Jones house. John Paul Jones was a famous naval hero during the American Revolution. He was America's first great naval admiral and famous for sinking British battleships and even attacking a town in Scotland during the American Revolution named Falkirk. Anyway, John Paul Jones actually did not own this house, but he did stay here. The story is that Gregory Purcell, built this house in the 1750s. He was a very wealthy Portsmouth merchant and a sea captain himself. But like a lot of men in the 18th century, he died as a young man and left his poor widow to kind of take care of herself in this very large house. Even when this house was built, it was considered a fine Georgian mansion. And so Mrs. Purcell had to figure out how to make ends meet. And so to make ends meet, she started renting rooms. And in Portsmouth, a growing city back in the 18th century, that wasn't a bad way to make a living. And so Mrs. Purcell would send out notices that her rooms were available, and John Paul Jones, who was sent to Portsmouth to oversee the building of a couple of Navy ships, decided to take her up on the offer. And he actually rented a room in the upper floors in the corner over there on the right of the building, because it said that he could actually see the progress of the ships being made. He didn't have to leave the house. He left the house a lot. Anyway, John Paul Jones stayed here on 2 different occasions, and like I said, oversaw the building of the Continental ship Raleigh and the Continental ship America. The Continental ship Raleigh actually is on our state flag. If you've ever noticed, in the center of our state flag, there's a sailing ship there. That's the one that John Paul Jones was sent to oversee. Eventually, he commanded that ship. The other ship that he actually was overseeing the build of only stayed in the possession of America for a very short time. We had to give it to the French. Unfortunately, we borrowed a French ship and we ran it aground and sank it accidentally. And to square things up with the French, we gave them the Continental ship America just to make the French happy. But anyway, that's the cool story behind me and the John Paul Jones house. Hey, thanks for checking in.